Jest miasto. Czekamy na pierwszą sprawę.
In the Marine Corps, you deal with the chain of command. Mistakes get made, but you deal with them. You know what you're fighting for and that you're on the same team. But dealing with corruption is like chasing shadows. You never know whether the guy you're talking to is on the pad, or whether it's your partner, or maybe even the watch commander. So who do you trust, Cole? I made up my mind a long time ago.
KGBL calling car 14 Adam. 14 Adam, come in.
Go ahead, KGPL.
14 Adam, see the detective, an ambulance shooting at 6th and Industrial Street. Unit 16 William requests uniform assistance for an evidence search. 14 Adam, code 2.
Roger, 14 Adam en route.
Dobra. Jadę.
Here we go again. They don't request uniforms for an evidence search unless there's some kind of catch. Ever the optimist.
Ależ
From
grafa.
the beam of sunshine himself.
S się hamuje, super. Chyba mogę dać głośniej nawet jeszcze.
Floyd Rose, homicide. You might back up?
Yes, sir. Phelps and Dunn, Wilshire Division.
We had a shooting took place down this alleyway. We have the Vic, Scooter Payton, a Negro male bagged up and on his way to Central Morgue.
Czemu jest taki pogłos, jeśli chodzi o ten dźwięk? A nie wiem. Trudno.
Witness says a tall white guy, our shooter, put 2 in the Vic's head and then threw his piece. I need you guys to try and recover the gat.
You want us to look anywhere in particular?
Give it your best shot, guys. The dead guy's a lowlife. I'm not expecting any miracles here.
And if we recover the weapon?
Bag it and return it to technical services.
You hurry up, Floyd. We
I'm
got
outta
places
here.
to be.
Happy hunting.
Dobra. Jest szansa się wykazać.
This is a fist hump. Just going through the motions.
You're probably right. Let's just get it over and done.
All right, have it your way. We'll search right up to the back wall. If you still don't come up with anything, come find me and we'll talk it out. 2 heads are always better than 1.
Naprawdę się zastanawiam, czy powinno być takie echo. No tutaj... tutaj tego nie zmienię. W dźwięku za bardzo też. Także... no musi tak być ewidentnie. Dokładnie przeszukaj okolice. Coś miga w ogóle, pojebane.
Look at this junk.
No. Tak, jest efekt dźwiękowy, ewidentnie.
What now?
Have a good look around. It could be anywhere.
Czy ja mogę sprawdzić tę gazetę?
It's not my job to pick through other people's trash.
Wydawało mi się, że gazety są istotne. O właśnie. Despacito, siemano. Zobaczmy.
What have you got, Phelps? Anything? Jesus. Cole, come take a look at this.
Naciśnij, aby zobaczyć historię kryjącą się za nagłówkiem. Giera jest ciekawa, twórców GTA, Rockstara, ale właśnie po drugiej stronie lustra.
Could I have a word?
Of course, young man.
Badamy
I really
sprawy
enjoyed your lecture,
morderstw.
Doctor. Psychiatry seems to have a tremendous amount to offer.
Fajne,
Why,
fajne.
thank you. I'm always happy to receive acknowledgement for my work. The mind is the last great mystery in medicine. Are you thinking of specializing, Mr.
Sheldon, or Courtney Sheldon. I'm only in 2nd year, Doctor. They fast-tracked me a year because of my experience during the war.
Ah,
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Battle fatigue and collapse under duress. Can it be helped?
I would say yes, given the right set of circumstances. Trauma forces the mind to close down, retreat in on itself. We try to find ways to unlock the mind again through a combination of therapy and drug treatment. Hypnosis and therapy are powerful tools in the right hands, Sheldon.
Been
Fajnie,
to visit some of the guys at the VA hospital.
mega fajnie.
A good friend of mine, he's so far away. It's like he's wandering
You
around.
went through a lot together.
Yes, Doctor.
Give me his details and I'll make a prognosis. I have a number of clinics in Los Angeles, Courtney Sheldon, and your penance, for your friend's help, is to come and work at one of them in your spare time, with what little spare time a medical student has. Is that a deal?
Is it ever? I can't thank you enough.
I'm not promising a cure, Courtney. I want you to remember that. Every physician has patients that he cannot hope to cure, for whom he can only smooth the path to death.
Dobra. Psychiatra jest ewidentnie jakąś postacią taką, powiedzmy, no, z zadatkami na postać negatywną. Ale to nie jest przedmiotem tej sprawy. Jest butelka, ale ona mi raczej...
Don't think this is anything.
No właśnie. Siema Wallace! Nie cię widzieć. Dobra. Co my tu mamy? No gość już ewidentnie znalazł tutaj jakiś ślad. Ślad krwi. Kurwa, nie podobasz mi się.
Shooter put him up against the wall and blew his brains out.
Hell of a way to go.
No.
Doesn't really matter how you go once you're gone.
Wygląda to...
Don't get all deep on me, Phelps.
Wygląda to kiepsko, nie ukrywam. Ewidentnie jest broń
Ralph,
do góry.
there's something on the rooftop.
How the hell did you see that?
A reflection in the window. Looks like it might be our weapon. Let me see
A,
if I
to
can
jest
find a way up there.
odbicie.
All right, don't hurt yourself.
Możecie mi dać znać, czy z dźwiękiem jest wszystko ok. Czy coś powinienem dać głośniej, ciszej. To by było wskazane. Żeby tutaj dobrze to ustawić ewentualnie. Chociaż powinno być dobrze, z tego co patrzę na...
The gun's up on the roof, right? So we need to find a way up.
Dobra, stary, ja to ogarnę. Wejdę sobie po róże. Elegancko. Jest broń.
What kind of chumps do these homicide guys think we are?
No.
Smith & Wesson, serial S71893.
Dokładnie tak, Wallace. To jest skan twarzy. Nie korzystanę za bardzo z tego później. To znaczy nie dokładnie z tej technologii. Ale skan twarzy w tej grze jest o tyle ciekawy, że faktycznie te skany twarzy widać. No, na tamte czasy, rok 2000 bodajże 9, no było to przełomowe. I też nie bez powodu wykorzystywano tę technologię i ten manewr tak naprawdę, no bo gdzieś jakby skupili się na tym, aby tę mimikę twarzy wykorzystać przede wszystkim podczas przesłuchań, aby wykryć ewentualne kłamstwo, czy też po prostu jakąś konsternację u gościa, który jest przesłuchiwany, w sensie podejrzany. No, ciekawie to działa. No dzisiaj to już nie robi takiego wrażenia, ale kiedyś tak. Dobra.
2 rounds fired. And instead of dropping it down a drain, our shooter hoists it up here. Interesting guy.
Interesting guy. W porządku.
We should follow up on this now, before the perp tries to leave town.
We
Dobra.
have the gun, Cole. Let's take it back to Central. We could get a commendation.
We could show some initiative, Ralph, and see if we can come up with an owner.
That's a long shot, Cole.
It's a pretty fancy gun. You know a local gun store?
Sure. There's a place a couple of blocks from here.
Dobra, nie jedziemy na komendę, tylko właśnie ogarniamy sami ten temat. Czekaj, bo ja mogę notatnik otworzyć. Ludzie. Maniak, siemano. Proszę was, dajcie mi znać, czy wszystko jest ok z dźwiękiem. Ślady krwi. Rewolwer, to mamy. Jak na 2009 rok, tak, zgadzam się, że to wygląda dobrze. Dalej się broni, moim zdaniem dalej się broni. Okej, tutaj no, za wiele nie mamy właściwie w tej sprawie. Detektyw Floyd Royce. Nie, tu mniej więcej nic nie da. Jest git, no to super. Żeby też gra nie była za cicho, ale też żeby nie było za głośno.
Are you
Żeby
sure
wszystko
about
było
this? It's not really our gig.
No harm
wyważone.
in doing some digging.
Dobra,
The suits didn't seem to give much of a damn.
Such a
biegniemy.
little Boy Scout, Cole. You can't wait to get out of that uniform, can you?
You'd rather round up drunks and help old ladies across the road?
I'd rather get through the day without the captain's foot up my ass.
Dawaj,
It'll be
Siadaj.
fine, Ralph.
siadaj
You
stary.
worry too much.
Teraz tak, jedziemy do sklepu z bronią, żeby zbadać tutaj temat tego rewolweru, który został znaleziony. Siemano. Skacowany. rozpieprzył autem, byłoby to niewskazane, ewidentnie. Tu jest jeszcze stary model GPS-a, w sensie jest w lewym dolnym rogu. Kurwa. Zaznaczony punkt docelowy, ale nie prowadzi nas stricte droga, nie? Jakaś linia jak nowy. Bardzo dobrze u mnie. Jest trochę czasu od pracy, to mogę sobie postreamować. To nagranie, ten stream w formie nagrania też pewnie wyląduje na YouTubie, bo taki jest plan, żeby gdzieś tam działać w ten sposób. Jakiś czas temu o tym mówiłem na testowym streamku. Zobaczymy, co z tego wyjdzie, bo ja wiele mówię, a potem tego czasu brakuje. Natomiast wydaje mi się, że teraz trochę nadrobię. Dobra. Cieszę się, że ktoś zechciał wpaść. Dobra, jest ten sklep z bronią. Okej, sprawdzimy sobie rewolwer. Elegancko.
Officers Phelps and Dunn. Can you tell us anything about this gun?
Smith & Wesson, Model 27, registered Magnum. Chambered for .357, nickel-plated with pearl grips. Same gun used by General Patton.
You're not suggesting he's the owner?
No, I'm not.
You seem to know a lot about the weapon.
I ought to. I sold it. You know, this piece will stop a rhino. These babies are only available special order. Here's my Smith & Wesson order book.
You mind if I take a look?
Be my guest. This is about something bad, right?
Kącik do grania? A dziękuję bardzo. Dziękuję bardzo. Żona mi pomagała. Czy
Model 27 with pearl grips, Cole. You see it on there?
Prywatne pytanie? Śmiało. Bo że będzie zbyt prywatne, no to... Ale możesz spróbować. Dobra, ja chcę zobaczyć materiał dowodowy, bo co ja mam? Ślady krwi, rejestr ze sklepu to okej, ale rewolwer, numer seryjny S71983. S71983. I kurwa, przepraszam, już zapomniałem. S91783. Czy już S91? No nie widzę na razie. S71893, to będzie to. No!
We're in luck. Errol Schroeder, 203 South Glass Street. Ordered the gun in February 46.
Tak, jestem po ślubie.
Thanks, you've been a big help.
Anytime. Always happy to help out the LAPD.
W sierpniu minął rok. No to już grubo ponad rok jestem po ślubie, no. Jest spoko. Dobra. Kurwa, i
Let's
widzisz?
see if he's at home. Owning the gun doesn't prove he pulled the trigger.
Nie skupiłem się na tym, co powiedział, ale okej. Wiem, że mamy adres typa. No gość jest do namierzenia. Teraz tak, lokacje, mieszkanie Schroedera, mamy jego imię, nazwisko, główny podejrzany, jedziemy do typa. Czyli tak, mamy broń, z której został ktoś tutaj zastrzelony. Mamy adres gościa, który zakupił dokładnie tę broń. No trzeba tam jechać, nie ma innej opcji. To jest aktualnie nasz
Now that wasn't so hard, was it?
podejrzany.
Just because we're in uniform doesn't mean we can't use our initiative.
I guess so. Seems a little too good to be true. One-of-a-kind murder weapon bought locally using a real name? If Schroeder's our shooter...
No właśnie, czekaj, bo ja teraz mapę sobie odpalę. FIFA Rafa i ja muszę na... Czekaj, my jesteśmy tu, nie, tu jest sklep z bronią palną. To gdzie? Aha, tutaj jestem. Ale chujowo pojechałem. Będę się musiał cofnąć na most. No dobra.
He's no criminal mastermind.
Most of them aren't. That's why they get caught. And 2 out of every 3 crimes are done on impulse.
Another
Dalej mam
fact from the
kontakt z
Phelps
Kelnesem
Encyclopedia of Thin Air.
Wszystko
You really
dobrze.
are full of...
Dobra. Prowadzenie tego auta w tej grze jest zabawne. Mogę sobie bombę włączyć? Chyba nie.
Go straight over the intersection.
Albo nie umiem po prostu. Dobra. Dalej. Typ może się już pakować tak naprawdę i Znaczy, może go nie być w sumie w mieszkaniu, to jest też bardzo prawdopodobne, że może go w mieszkaniu nie być. Gdzieś o tym się zapominam. Tym wszystkim. Dobrze. Mieszkanie Schroedera.
Zobaczmy.
Ja bym chętnie wszedł od tyłu gdzieś, ale zakładam, że będziemy musieli normalnie... No właśnie, Schroeder. Która to będzie... Dwójka, pod numerem 2.
Schroeder.
Schroeder. Schroeder. Czyli góra. Dobrze. Dobrze. Tu jest 3, tu jest 2. Hello? Hello?
What do you guys want?
I'm Officer Cole Phelps. This is Officer Dunn, Wilshire Division. You're the owner of a Smith & Wesson Model 27, nickel-plated with pearl grips?
I might be. What of it?
Then you'll be surprised to know that Scooter Payton was murdered tonight with your gun.
You're
No.
out of your mind. Scooter? He works for me. I have that gun here in my drawer. What the fuck is going on here?
You're under arrest, Schroeder. Cuff him, Ralph.
No way. You're not taking me down for this.
Aha.
That was a very bad move, Schroeder.
O nie. Świetny fight. Dobra.
You ready, tough guy?
Tak jest lepszy system walki niż w GTA 5, mimo wszystko, no umówmy się. Dobra, mam cię.
Ralph, you all right?
I'm fine. I hardly felt it. He's lucky he caught me off guard.
Keep an eye on him, Ralph. I'm gonna take a look around.
No właśnie, możemy się rozejrzeć po chacie. Nie no, butelki to mnie mało interesują, tak szczerze. Ale notesik. No tam. Tu są ewidentnie jakieś kwoty. I proszę bardzo, jest.
List of names and a series of numbers. Floyd Rose's name is in this book.
Phelps, we can come out of this all bright and shiny with a commendation. Or stick our schlongs in a hornet's nest. Call it in, partner. And leave the book where you found it.
Officer Phelps, badge 1247, requesting.
No nie idźmy przez to.
You dumb fucking sons of bitches, get in this line now before I lose my temper.
Excuse me, Sergeant, but...
Excuse me? Fuck you. You say another word and I'll break your fucking head and have you in the brig.
Some of us are here for...
I know why you're here, asswipe. I'm having a bad day, Private. Some people don't seem to want to get on this bus.
Didn't ask for your help.
He didn't ask for your help. Can you believe this guy? Who are you two? Abbott and Costello?
We're here for OCS, Sergeant.
So it's the three fucking stooges and you're here for OCS. God help this fucking country and the USMC. The Japanese will do the world a favor and kill you quickly. All three of you are on report. What are your fucking names?
Phelps.
Kelso.
Merrill.
Any other gentlemen for OCS? OCS is at Elliott. You take the Camp Elliott bus over there. This bus is for MCRD. This bus is for men who want to fight.
Może być. Może być uprzedzony. Dobrze, no tutaj będą przebitki najprawdopodobniej. Tak, lepiej nie poruszyć. Zgadzam się.
A city that needed an honest cop like a thirsty man needed water.
Przebitki dotyczące
You'd heard the
przyszłości
stories,
bohatera
but you weren't
głównego
interested.
tutaj.
You were here to fight the good fight, solve cases, right wrongs. The force is like politics. There's no sitting on the fence. You have to choose sides. A brown paper envelope or a Greyhound ticket to Palookaville. It could only ever end one way.
All units to 211 in progress and shots fired at Westlake Savings and Loan, 1415 West 3rd Street. Unit to handle identify code 3.
We'll take that. It's only a couple blocks from
14 Adam calling KGPL. We'll handle the 211.
Roger that, 14 Adam. Be advised, suspects are armed and dangerous.
Roger KGPL. 14 Adam en route.
Dobra. Lecę. Jadę właściwie. No i teraz jest włączony tutaj sygnał. O kurde, przepraszam. No, nie planowałem tego. Nie planowałem.
Make it quick, you guys. The cops are here. We gotta move it.
Normalnie mam strzelbę, stary. Yeah. Pa na to.
How long do you think you can hold out? Try for the front door. Keep your goddamn head down.
Dobra,
Use the
cicho.
cover, Phelps. We don't know how many are in there. I'm gonna find you. Take it slow. Backup will be here soon.
Spokojnie.
Stay down.
Nie trafiłem. Trafiłem. Góra. Wow, miał Tommy Guna.
That's it? We got them all? I think we got them, Cole. Should be all clear.
Dostałem, ale nic mi nie jest. To tylko 2 kulki.
Lieutenant Hopkins says anytime you reach for the shotguns, you're either going to end up dead or wearing a citation. So I guess...
It's okay, Ralph. You did well in there. I'm glad you had my back. Man couldn't ask for a better partner.
No. Poszło dobrze, panowie. A i znowu przebita.
This kind of opportunity comes along once in a lifetime, Hank. I have to grasp it.
You have to survive at first, Cole. Here are the veterans. The Japs love to shoot officers.
If I can make a name for myself in this war, my future...
Thinking of taking on a company of the Emperor's finest single-handed? You don't seem the Sergeant York type to me.
When I need your opinion, Kelso, I'll ask for it.
They talk about officers like you in boot camp, Cole. They call it the Custer syndrome. Guys who go around dreaming of fame and glory and getting all of their men killed in the process.
Our duty is to lead.
Nie grałem za tego Alana.
And their duty is to die for your wonderful future?
Niestety nie. Pewnie sięgnę po niego, ale jeszcze... No jeszcze mi się nie trafiło to po prostu. Alone in the Dark będę... Znaczy tak celuję, żeby odpalić premierową markę.
Two guys who should have been friends, but their
Ale
personalities
Alan
got
Wake'a też myślę hapnę. Tylko musiałbym jedynkę przejść, bo grałem tylko godzinę
wound
kiedyś.
way too tight. And Kelso, a quiet man who could never
Hack and
walk away from
slasze
the fight.
tak średnio.
Well, it's a shame you don't like to talk about it, Cole.
Ralph, friends who want to stay friends don't discuss religion or politics. And in my case, you can add the war to that.
I know that bum. Wendell Bowers. I put him away before. He jumped parole.
O!
Get after him, Phelps. I'll head him off in the car.
Wszystko jest na początku. Mamy morderstwo, mamy napad na bank, mamy pościg teraz. Człowiek. No mam zamiar wrócić. Dzisiaj chyba też odpalę ten horror, ten krótki taki, który jest nawiązaniem do Silent Hilla. Short message na playu mam. Tak myślałem, żeby dzisiaj to ograć w całości i im później na YouTube'a wrzucić w formie odcinka albo 2. Mówię, Alone in the Dark też chętnie ogram, jak wyjdzie w marcu premierowo, a no Wake'a pewnie w końcu też. Horrorki są w porze. Chociaż się kurwa boję, nie ukrywam często, ale no ograłbym sobie sporo tytułów, tak Stringi są taka motywacja. Mam nadzieję, że uda mi się utrzymać jakiś taki kalendarz parę razy w tygodniu. 2-3. No postaram się, zobaczymy. O, pięknie.
Looks like we've got the place to ourselves.
Dobra. Kurde, stary, poszło... poszło szybko.
How you doing, Wendell?
Okay.
Your parole officer's feeling lonely. He's got a hole in his life for an asshole like you. You can make it up to him in 10 years' time. Watch your head.
Watch your head.
This hump will be back in the Iron Hotel by tomorrow night. Nice work, Cole. You run track in high school?
Może byłem, może był. Może był.
Part of the tradition of the Marine Corps and being an officer in the Marine Corps is the ability to make tough decisions. The right decision is not always the popular one. The right decision will get the men you care about killed.
No, twarze
These
robią robotę.
ratings and your ability to give them frankly and truthfully directly affect your chances of successfully becoming a Marine officer. Candidate Phelps, you have the floor. Esprit de Corps, Merrill 10, Franklin 8, Weiss 8, Donahoe 6, Kowalski 6, Hudson 5, Kelso 2. Leadership, Donahoe 8, Franklin 7, Merrill 6, Kowalski 6, Weiss 5, Hudson 5, Kelso 1. Candidate Kelso!
I'm sorry, Captain, but I joined the Marine Corps to fight the enemy, not get involved in this schoolboy chicken shit.
Kelso, in my office, now!
No. No, nie polubiam się tam, ewidentnie. W biały dzień.
For every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up. Gets you recognized as the shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one goal.
Była strzelanina. Była strzelanina i co?
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
No dobra, teraz... O kurde.
Everybody
Przeszukaj
stay back.
miejsce
Let us do our
zbrodni.
job.
Sklep obuwniczy Nanbash. O,
Broad
stary.
daylight. Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
Kurwa, poczekaj. No, nie widzę tutaj nic szczególnego. Ja mogę inne części ciała, tak, ręka. Nic w ręce nie ma, w jednej. Czy w drugiej. No też nic nie widzę. Marynarka. Nie, nie to, Phelps, nie to. Nie głowę. Yes. O! I tutaj już coś mamy. Bank of Arcadia. Okej. Tutaj mamy opłaty. Kwit depozytowy.
C. Galetta. Layaway receipt. Pearl earrings. Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
All right. Yes, it's a dead person.
Perłowe kolczyki. W porządku. Tu nic nie ma. No dobra. Czy świadkowie coś widzieli? Mogę
This is a
z nim pogadać?
crime
Nie
scene.
mogę.
All of you move along.
Tej, tu jest pistolet. To jest pistolet? No kurwa 100%. No co ty gadasz? Czemu ja nie umiem? Aha. Dobra.
FN Browning. Serial number 01138. Might need to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
No, dobra, to jest ważna poszlaka. To jest, bo to może być pistolet, z którego go trzepnięto, nie? Trzeba tu wejść, na pewno jeszcze pogadać.
Can I help you, sir?
Tak, zaraz pogadamy sobie, koleżanko, ja tylko zerknę.
Not much help.
Mega fajne tutaj, dobra.
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta. Clovis Galleta.
Galleta. Jakieś latino nazwisko. No dobra, zobaczmy co ma do powiedzenia. Teraz trzeba będzie sprawdzać dokładnie, czy przypadkiem nie kręci. Niestety.
Do you think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
No 10 trzeba świadka, ale jak mam to udowodnić?
You're lying, Miss Galleta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Okej, tutaj aktualnie mamy podpowiedzi, żeby wybrać kwit depozytowy jako dowód.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galleta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God! I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Okay.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Okej, nie mówi wszystkiego najprawdopodobniej, ale mamy podejrzanego i też potwierdzenie, że wyrzucił pistolet do śmieci.
You're making me angry, Miss Galleta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
Okej.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galetta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
No dobra.
I need you to concentrate, Miss Galetta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang, and then another, and then 3 very quickly, close together. 5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
No, tak myślałem, koleżanko. Ale zanim tego Edgara Kalu dociśniemy...
We have the murder weapon.
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our
To
killer
broń bym
works at a
sprawdził
jewelry
jeszcze.
store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Halo, halo. Witam, witam. Co tu jeszcze? Coś tu jeszcze? Był jakiś dźwięk.
All these cops, it's got to be something big, right?
A, łuski.
Shell
Okay.
casings. These look like 32s.
Dobra. Zobaczmy. Lokacje. Najpierw bym się wybrał jeszcze, żeby potwierdzić to w pełni, ten sklep z bronią palną. Ogarniemy na 100% temat i wtedy przybijemy tamtemu podejrzanemu po prostu już parę wątków. Oby to się udało. No nie, no wszystko wskazuje na to, że mamy odpowiedniego gościa. No jest świadek, który chce zeznawać w pełni i podała imię, nazwisko typa i widziała go, że on strzela bezpośrednio na miejscu zdarzenia. Mamy broń, więc broń jak się potwierdzi, no to może gość, nieważne jakie by miał alibi, nie przebije po prostu tych argumentów. Jakiś cywil mi pocisnął od idioty, nie mogę go skuć? Nie da się? Okej. No trudno. Hello, mister.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Kalu. Edgar Kalu was his name. Thing looks like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
No nie, no dobra.
Mr. Kalu.
Mamy
Told
go.
me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Nie no, gość jest, gość już, no jest dojechany przez nas, nie? Tylko musimy do niego się dostać, ale nie ma szans, żeby tutaj się z tego wywinął. Czekaj, lokacje, sklep, nie to. Sklep jubilerski. Witam, robimy to. Edgar Kalu, Edgar Kalu. No dobrze.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Kalu?
No. Mr. Kalu is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
No jeszcze mi ucieka, no.
Be careful.
Kalu, get back here!
Tell the cook these are some good drinks. What the heck? You want a tip?
Halo.
Stop or I will shoot!
Dobra. Dojechałem go szybko.
Edgar Kalu, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
Ty jak się cieszy.
The case that makes you, and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve, the one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
No Shawshank ewidentnie czeka.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Dobra opcja.
Fine, sir.
Bardzo dobra opcja,
Very
ale...
good. The evidence is overwhelming. May
Damy
the
radę,
cat
nie?
eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil. Bring me a confession, young Phelps. This is your chance. Don't fail me.
Ma się przyznać. O, zobaczymy jak mi pójdzie.
Has my lawyer arrived yet? I want to see my lawyer.
A lawyer can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
No dobra.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Co on pierdoli? Przecież... No... Użyj intuicji. Nie będę używał intuicji.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything. Tak, ona go rozpoznała.
We know all about the argument. Miss Goleta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is going to stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
No proszę.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
A czy on przypadkiem przed chwilą nie
Lying,
powiedział?
Kalu.
To jest debil.
I think you lent Gage money, and he owed you payment.
I don't know what you're talking about.
To raczej będzie kwit depozytowy. Myślałem przez nazwisko C. O. Albo nie. Kurwa.
You're off the hook. For now.
Nie jestem pewien. Pierdolę, no. Wezmę tę intuicję chyba jednak. Zapytaj społeczność. Czyli będzie zakwestionuj. No bo nie ma dowodu. Fuck.
You left-wing leaning parasite. You expect me to sit here and listen to your drivel?
You call me that? You sit there and you call me those names, you goddamn goy butt snatcher? You and that stup Gage!
Why did you do it, Mr. Kalu?
Gage. He's in the Chamber of Commerce. He's in with all those momsers. He blocked every proposal I ever put forward. Kike this and kike that. He's been trying to ruin my business for years.
Edgar Kalu, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Everett Gage.
Niesamowite to
I respect
jest.
your beliefs and your right to hold them. I hope for your sake the jury can commute to murder in the second degree. May God have mercy on you, sir.
Mam go.
Masterfully done, Officer Phelps. It is just Officer Phelps. Isn't it, lad?
Yes, sir.
Then let me have a word with the Chief of Police, young Phelps. The department needs heroes. A shining, honest face the public can admire. I applaud a man with your talent for unwavering justice. Back to your duties for now, boyo. But here's a piece of advice. Get yourself 2 suits, get them pressed. You'll be needing them.
Dwa garnitury, dobrze. To jest chyba do zrobienia, nie? Chyba Phelps to ogarnie. Hej. Jest awans. Jest awans. Departament Policji w Los Angeles, statystyki funkcjonariusza. Wydajne techniki śledcze, jest sprawność w posługiwaniu się bronią, jest znaczne możliwości fizyczne, jest dobra intuicja podczas... No wszystko się zgadza. Czy jest już awansik. Dobrze. Pięknie.